Hey you! Yes, you. Before the video starts, I wanted to make sure that I talked about my Extra Life campaign for this year. If you don't know, every year, Arbitrary Hero, we raise money for Cincinnati Children's Hospital along with other causes. That's something that we personally find important to do. This year, my personal goal is to raise $1,000 for Cincinnati Children's Hospital. And if you look here and down in the link down below, there is a link to my Extra Life page. If you go there, you will see 4 donors. I've got a bunch of different prizes I'm giving away. We've got sponsors again. Shout out to Hero Forge, Dungeon Masters Guild, Foundry VTT. And I've got Transformers and TTRPG raffle, both of those. You can see all the different raffle prizes. Here are the Transformers prizes. I want to talk about those. I've got Generations Selects Black Zarek, a bundle of Shattered Glass toys with their comics, the War for Cybertron Golden Disc collection. You can see here both the Netflix and the Origins Bumblebees together that I reviewed earlier in the year. A bunch of stuff. And all you have to do to be entered to win them is donate $10 to my Extra Life page. If we go up top again, we'll see, I know it's a long page, just like William Abe here, or Son Eric, or Thomas Gerber, you donate at least $10 and make sure it's not anonymous so I can see that you donated and enter you into the raffle. And then put in the text Transformers raffle and you'll be entered in on December 10th during our charity live stream. I'll be picking out the winners. There will be at least 10 winners, and in order they'll get to pick from the prizes. There is a chance that there will actually be more prizes added in. I'm still finalizing some of those details. So if more prizes get added, then yay, you're automatically entered to win those as well. For me personally this year, aside from donating myself to the Extra Life campaign for Society Children's Hospital, myself and the Arbitrary Hero team, if I hit my goal of $1,000, I will be also donating $1,000 personally to the Center for Human Rights in Iran. If you haven't been following the protests and unrest that are happening in Iran due to the brutality of that government, the way they treat women, and their theocracy that they're enforcing on everyone else. It's an issue that's passionate to me personally. I've already, supported them and donated, but I'll be throwing in another $1,000 on top of what I've given if we reach my $1,000 goal. So knock on wood, you donate $10 and it becomes $10 to help sick kids and $10 to help the protesters in Iran. Plus you're entered in for Transformers prizes. So keep checking back on the Extra Life page. New prizes will get to be added in, and I'll keep posting about it on the social media. And let's get back to the review. Thanks again, everyone. Bye. Say bye, Ollie. Bye. Hi, welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron, and today I'm taking a look at Transformers Generations Legacy. This is the Velocitron Speedia 500 subline. We have Voyager Override here, and I gotta say, this might be the figure from this subline that I've been the most excited about, and I'm already, I love it. This is not going to be any sort of, objective review. I think it's a solid toy, but also, I just love having another Prime that's not Optimus Prime in my collection. I love having a female Prime in my collection. I love Override's design. I'm just a happy, happy boy with her in my hands. So starting out, this is a very, very faithful recreation of the original CGI model that was used in the Cybertron part of the Unicron trilogy. We've got that alien-looking racing vehicle here. We've got her little head and antenna poking out. Maybe even some things could have been changed more. Maybe this head could have transformed or integrated more to be a little less obtrusive. But honestly, it's hard for me to complain about this. We've got lovely white plastic here. This is nice and bright. It does have some smudges, some paint defects, which can be cleaned up pretty easily. But we have some lovely red paint over that white plastic, racing stripes, racing details up front, that sort of thing. So our primary colors are red, white, and black, which is very sharp, looks really, really good. We've got gold rims here, which I really, really like. Again, a minor paint defect on mine, which is unfortunate, but isn't going to hamper my enjoyment of this figure. And she is a race car. She is the Prime of Velocitron. She rolls, listen to that. Yeah, that is really cool. Really nice. Again, cool red cockpit, a little bit of gold paint here. These transparent wheels look lovely. She looks incredible in this mode. And she's nice. I mean, for a Voyager, like, she feels it. She's not quite as big. For example, here we've got one of the racers preview for what I'm reviewing next week. We can see there how she looks. We can compare her. She is definitely bigger than, for example, Deluxe's. I guess here's more spoilers. I decided next week's review is just going to be the whole rest of the Speedia line, because I just want to get them done with so I can move on with other stuff. But yeah, here, Override looks incredible. I do like her next to a Prime. Obviously, I don't have the Siege Leader Class Optimus Prime, which is the Prime that she would look most at home next to. But I do like how these two Prime molds just look next to each other. Override being a Prime is to me a big part of her character identity. She sits there, and I know she hasn't been used as much, but she sits up there with like Alita 1 and RC for me for like important female characters in the franchise. Windblade maybe a little less so because she's been a little bit diminished, but I love that Override finally got her due. Yeah, and this is just a great looking figure. And like I said, feels nice and hefty. Let's go ahead and get into... I can't stop touching her. Let's go ahead and get into transformation. So we're going to start out, we're going to pull off her backpack here. It folds out into her guns. There's a Minicon port or a peg that you could simulate a Minicon being up there, but there is no actual Minicon port, and there is no auto transformation. It turns into a gun that you can have like this. That's kind of all it does. Maybe my biggest complaint, but to me, for everything else we get here, we finally got Override. It's a pretty minor one. Her transformation is really simple, where her hands are on pegs here. We're going to pull them out. We're going to pull her shoulders out. We're going to split. There's a double tab here that lets us flip her hands around, her shoulders around, flipping her hands around. And then we can come in at the bottom here, and we're just going to separate. There's a single tab here. Separate, and then extend her legs. They are doing this double jointed accordion extension a lot in this line. This one feels the most solid. I remember I had complaints about like Hot Rod doing this, but here, that is a really solid click. That feels really nice. We come in and we're going to flip around this piece, and then this creates originally this is perpendicular to this tab here, but now the slot is right in line that we can close things up around. Flip out the foot first. Then we can close things up around the tab, and it forms a solid little connection. Same thing on this side. Come in, separate out. Oh, such a good click. Flip out the foot, flip back the back of the leg, and there we've got her with her legs all done. And the last thing is just to bring down this chest and torso here. We're going to bring things down, and then she does a really cool trick. I like what she does with her arms here. They are, the shoulder side pieces of her chest are connected with a tab back here. We're going to disconnect them, flip things around. This pin joint we flip back down, and it forms the right position we want for her arms. And then when we bring things in, we can collapse on this. It slides on this joint here, which I really like. There's a tab and a slot right here that we slide into, and that lets us move back. There's a red tab here that goes into our backpack, making, to me, a very, very solid connection. There's also a tab, I didn't show it on this side, but there's a tab up here. So you've got like 3 really nice connection points that gives her a really solid, sturdy chest there that nothing's really coming off. We can put on... There we go, give her gun. And yeah, she looks, look at this. She looks fast, she looks strong and like a leader. I really like Override in this mode. Alright, it's time to announce the winner of the Transformers Generations Legacy Wreck and Rule Collection giveaway. I did do 3 opportunities to enter in the Bulkhead video, the Springer video, and then the rest of the collection video. So here are all the entries. I'm going to go ahead and grab people, stick you all over here. Doing things a little differently today just because there were 3 different videos. All right, so what was our total? We had 61 entries, which is awesome. And like I said, there were everyone could enter up to 3 times. But we're going to do equals ran between 1 and 61. And our winner is number 14. 14 is, Arkham 33. Arkham 33, congratulations. You win the collection. I think you've won in the past once before. So if you reach out to me on whatever social media that we're on, or I think you're on the Discord. If you're on the Discord, message me on the Discord, and I'll get it packaged up and sent out to you as soon as possible. Congratulations, and remember, if you're watching this the day it came out, that probably means that we're doing our live stream, so come check that out for an opportunity to win more Transformers stuff. Congratulations, Arkham. Let's get back to the review. And here we have Override right next to her fellow leader, Optimus Prime. This is obviously the dead Prime. Let me tilt that camera up a little bit. There we go. And here, I think they look great together. I like her stature. I like her lines. Obviously, very different aesthetics. Earthrise is like as G1 as we can be in the main line, whereas Override here is as Cybertron Unicron Trilogy as we can be. I like her big stomping boots. That looks really, really nice. I like her lines. It's just, she looks great. We've got a really lovely head sculpt here. Very, very reminiscent of her Cybertron design. I think they captured it really perfectly. Just looks fantastic. She's got good articulation. She does, interestingly enough, she has light piping, right? But her eyes are painted. I was trying to figure out, I shined a flashlight back behind her head to see if red comes out around her blue painted eyes. It doesn't really, but it is an interesting choice that they went with here. I'm wondering why they didn't just make it solid. Maybe there's like remold possibilities or repaint possibilities or something. So yeah, her neck articulation's great. Shoulders are 360, goes out perfectly fine, does a good bicep swivel. Goes 90 degree at the elbow, twists at the wrist. Her legs can go out just fine. Her backpack does get in the way of the waist here, and because of the way things connect here, you can't really untab this to give her more twist, which is unfortunate, but to me a minor complaint. Super deep knees, which is what you really want because you want her in cool running poses. And then the way they cut around the boot here, we've got thigh swivel obviously. The way they cut around the boot here means we do have ankle tilt, so you can get her in, dramatic, toes can go not too far forward, but far enough, dramatic like running poses without any issue. I really, really like that. She looks fast. She looks like a good leader. She looks like Override. Yes, this is a Voyager price point figure, which means, she's maybe a little smaller than your average Voyager, but for me, I really, really like her. It's an easy recommendation. I don't know if we're going to get this mold. I'd be curious to see if we get this mold as a different character or a different use somewhere else. But she looks fantastic, and I easily recommend, yes, at the Voyager price point, which is now, what is it, $35? It's harder and harder for me to recommend toys with the economy the way it is. I recognize that people don't have as much disposable income. Toys are getting more expensive. But for Unicron Trilogy fans, for just Transformers fans, it just feels good. It's a nice, simple transformation. It's got that cool trick with rebuilding her chest, and everything locks into place super nice. I think you get your money's worth here. Now, if you can get her on sale, even better. But if you're paying retail for a toy and you're paying retail for a Voyager, I think I recommend her over her buddy and the other Voyagers in the line currently. Now, obviously, there's Legacy Beast Wars figures that I haven't gotten to yet, so maybe those would be even stronger recommendations. We'll have to see when we get there. I'm trying to go through my reviews a little faster. I got a bit of a backlog, and I guess as a reminder, I believe this video is coming out, we might be in the middle of our 12-hour live stream. So if you want to win some cool Transformers figures, I have a ton of cool Transformers figures. Go check the link. Go check our live stream. We're giving away figures. We're raffling off figures for donors supporting Cincinnati Children's Hospital. I think that's it for this video. If I didn't announce the... You know what? I did. I'm going to be confident. I announced the winner of this video, of the last giveaway of all the Wreck and Roll stuff, somewhere in the middle of this video. So that's it for today. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you join us in the live stream, and I'll catch you all later. Bye!